The Great White Brotherhood represents one of the most profound and enigmatic concepts in esoteric spirituality. This legendary group of enlightened beings is believed to operate from higher planes of existence, offering guidance to humanity in its spiritual evolution. Despite its mystical origins and elusive nature, the Brotherhood has captured the imagination of countless seekers and has become a cornerstone of many metaphysical and esoteric traditions. While often dismissed by skeptics as mythical or symbolic, the Brotherhood's teachings and influence have left a lasting imprint on spiritual thought, offering a framework for understanding humanity's connection to higher realms of consciousness. The origins of the Great White Brotherhood are deeply rooted in the theosophical movement, spearheaded by Helena Petrovna Blavatsky in the late 19th century. Blavatsky described a group of highly evolved spiritual beings whom she called the Masters of the Ancient Wisdom, or Mahatmas. According to her accounts, these beings had transcended the cycle of birth and rebirth and now operated from a plane of existence beyond the physical. Blavatsky claimed that these masters were responsible for imparting the esoteric knowledge that formed the foundation of theosophy. Theosophical writings elaborate that the Great White Brotherhood is not confined to a specific religion, race, or culture. Instead, they embody universal truths that transcend human boundaries. They are thought to have been instrumental in shaping human spiritual traditions throughout history, subtly influencing prophets, sages, and mystics across cultures. Blavatsky suggested that members of the Brotherhood resided in remote and mysterious locations such as the Himalayas or the Gobi Desert, where they conducted their spiritual work in secrecy. Central to the concept of the Great White Brotherhood is the idea of ascended masters, individuals who have achieved spiritual enlightenment and mastery over the physical realm. These beings are said to have reached a level of consciousness so elevated that they no longer require physical bodies. Instead, they exist in a higher dimensional state, often referred to as the etheric plane or the spiritual plane. Ascended masters are believed to possess profound wisdom and compassion. They dedicate themselves to the upliftment of humanity, working tirelessly to guide individuals and societies toward higher states of awareness. Unlike ordinary humans, they are free from the limitations of ego, material desires, and emotional attachments. This purity allows them to act selflessly, focusing solely on the greater good of all beings. Prominent figures associated with the Brotherhood include Saint Germain, Kuthumi, Serapis Bey, and Jiwal Kul. These names are often mentioned in spiritual literature, each representing a unique facet of divine wisdom. Saint Germain, for example, is said to embody the principles of freedom, alchemy, and transformation, while Serapis Bey is associated with discipline, purity, and ascension. The Great White Brotherhood's primary mission is to guide humanity through its spiritual evolution. They are seen as guardians of the divine plan, working to ensure that the collective consciousness of humanity continues to rise. This mission involves assisting individuals in awakening to their higher selves, fostering global unity, and encouraging the alignment of human activity with spiritual principles. Their work is said to be subtle and often invisible. Rather than directly intervening in worldly affairs, the Brotherhood operates behind the scenes, influencing events through synchronicities, inspiration, and spiritual emissaries. They are believed to communicate with humanity through visions, dreams, and channeling, as well as by working with individuals who are attuned to their energy. A key aspect of their mission is to remind humanity of its divine potential. The Brotherhood teaches that every individual is capable of achieving enlightenment and becoming an ascended master. Their guidance often emphasizes self-mastery, inner peace, and the cultivation of virtues such as compassion, patience, and humility. The teachings of the Great White Brotherhood encompass universal truths that are relevant across all spiritual traditions. These teachings often focus on concepts such as self-realization, recognizing one's divine nature and potential for enlightenment. Service to humanity, emphasizing the importance of helping others and contributing to the greater good. Spiritual discipline, advocating practices such as meditation, prayer, and introspection to cultivate inner harmony. Alignment with universal laws, encouraging individuals to live in accordance with spiritual principles such as love, forgiveness, and non-attachment. Many spiritual practitioners believe that the Brotherhood provides guidance through intuitive impressions or telepathic communication. This guidance is thought to be subtle, yet powerful, often manifesting as sudden insights, moments of clarity, or a deep sense of inner knowing. While the term Great White Brotherhood is rooted in theosophical teachings, the concept has parallels in many spiritual and religious traditions. In Buddhism, the notion of enlightened beings who assist humanity closely resembles the idea of bodhisattvas. These beings, out of compassion, delay their own entry into nirvana to help others achieve enlightenment. Similarly, in Christianity, the communion of saints and angelic beings could be seen as analogues to the ascended masters. These spiritual figures are believed to intercede on behalf of humanity, offering guidance and protection. In Hinduism, the concept of rishis or sages who have transcended the material world aligns with the idea of ascended masters. These figures are often regarded as spiritual guides who safeguard sacred knowledge. The universality of this archetype suggests that the Great White Brotherhood represents a collective aspiration of humanity, a longing for divine guidance and connection to higher realms. The Great White Brotherhood is often associated with specific locations on Earth that are believed to carry powerful spiritual energies. Mount Shasta in California, for example, is considered a focal point for the Brotherhood's presence. Spiritual seekers flock to this sacred site, drawn by reports of visions, mystical experiences, and encounters with ascended masters. 15. Similarly, the Himalayas are frequently cited as a region where the Brotherhood's energy is particularly potent. These mountains have long been regarded as a cradle of spiritual wisdom, home to countless saints, yogis, and mystics. These sacred sites are thought to serve as portals between the physical and spiritual realms, facilitating communion with higher dimensional beings. Visitors to these locations often describe feelings of peace, inspiration, and a heightened sense of spiritual awareness. In the modern era, the concept of the Great White Brotherhood has been embraced by various New Age movements. These interpretations often depict the Brotherhood as a council of light beings who oversee the Earth's ascension into higher dimensions of consciousness. Messages channeled from ascended masters frequently emphasize themes such as unconditional love, global unity, and the need to raise one's vibrational frequency. However, the concept has also faced criticism and controversy. Theosophical writings, for example, have been accused of cultural appropriation and Eurocentrism. The term Great White Brotherhood has sometimes been misinterpreted, leading to confusion and misuse. Critics argue that the focus on ascended masters can sometimes create a sense of spiritual elitism, with individuals claiming exclusive access to divine wisdom. Despite these challenges, the Brotherhood continues to inspire spiritual seekers around the world. For many, the idea of enlightened beings guiding humanity offers a sense of hope and reassurance in an often chaotic world. At its core, the Great White Brotherhood can be understood as a symbolic representation of humanity's higher potential. Whether or not one believes in their literal existence, the Brotherhood serves as a powerful archetype that reflects our collective longing for wisdom, compassion, and spiritual growth. They remind us that the journey toward enlightenment is not a solitary one, and that we are always supported by unseen forces. In this sense, the Great White Brotherhood is not just a mystical concept, but a profound call to action. They challenge us to rise above the limitations of ego, embrace our divine nature, and work toward the betterment of humanity. Through their example, they invite us to become co-creators of a world guided by love, unity, and higher consciousness. In conclusion, the Great White Brotherhood is a timeless and universal concept that continues to captivate and inspire. Whether viewed as literal beings, metaphysical ideals, or symbolic archetypes, they embody the highest aspirations of humanity, a vision of a world where wisdom, compassion, and enlightenment prevail.